obviously we're going to be talking about glasses. And Eyebuydirect is where we picked up all of these glasses from. There's actually two more pairs that I'm not including here, but I think these are just two different models. And you can see right there the model. I don't know if it'll focus here. Something like that. Well, whatever. But yeah, I figure that it's a good idea. You know, my wife and I were talking about this because a lot of people might not know, or they might be a little hesitant, you know, purchasing. These are the only two models that we purchased from Eyebuydirect because, I don't know, it depends on your style. Like, nothing else really stood out for us. But yeah, there's a lot of people that, you know, glasses they're pretty damn expensive. I mean, anyone who wears them, they kind of know already that it's kind of pricey. I remember before, I think like even I had like some type of insurance, and then like even from work and all this kind of stuff, and I still walked out of a cheap place, which is I think like America's Best, and I still walked out with like a $400 bill, you know. And I guess you can't complain. I mean, hey, I was able to see when I left, right? But yeah, they are expensive, and that's just for two pairs of glasses and an eye exam. Now, Eyebuydirect is kind of nice. Like, my wife doesn't wear glasses, but she got a pair as well, and the reason why is because she uses the phone all day and the computer. Like, for the most part, her eyes don't take a break from her computer or, like, let's just say a TV or a phone. It's like nonstop, unless she's cooking or, you know, playing guitar, you know, or we're outside working on something. Even when we're at the store, we're going somewhere, right? She's with the phone. So they have these, you know, blue light lenses, like coating or whatever the hell it is. So she picked up some of those to try it out. Whether or not they work, I don't know. Before when all this information comes out, and I hope the fan in the background isn't bothering you guys, because there's no fan, you know, I'm gonna overheat. You know, I'm kind of a, you know, puffy fella. So before they were talking about these blue light, you know, the blue light's harmful for your eyes, and you know, you can just pick up some glasses. And I was like, hey, sounds like a good idea. But then some people were like, no, it seems like it's just like, you know, some bullshit that they're trying to like push. And then other places were like, no, there's some studies, you know, we can even show you this, and blah blah blah. And I believe I even went to the doctor, and you might have heard me mention this before in some of our videos, that I was feeling like dizzy. And one of the suggestions my doctor gave me is like, you know, knock it off with using the phone and all that kind of stuff so much, because I mean, we're living in a digital age, right? So she said that she tells her husband, and she's like fighting with her husband all the time, and you know, she makes sure that no one's using screens for like the final 2 hours of the day, right? You know, before bed. That way, like their body can, I guess, like calm down a little bit, like, and can start like winding down, you know. So, you know, that was her suggestion, and you know, I guess because of the blue light stuff. So that's what my wife opted. You know, that's what she. I don't think any of her glasses. I think, oh, it's somewhere else over there. So me, I actually wear glasses. I've worn, you know, glasses my entire life. So what I had to do is, when I was feeling dizzy, this was a few years ago, I actually went to the eye doctor and I went for an exam. Okay. And yeah, she's like, everything's fine, blah blah blah. And I don't know if it's just because I push myself extra hard, like during the exam, because I want to pass. I want to impress them. You know what I'm saying? I want them to be like, you don't need glasses, what? You know, something like that. But, you know, it's not really how it works. So everything, you know, I passed everything, and there was everything, you know, it's nothing wrong. And she said, you know, it might be your brain. So you might want to go to a doctor, like a neurologist or some shit. And I'm like, well, you know, thanks for making me feel better. And what you got to do is you go for your exam. And I believe I bought glasses there too at the time. And yeah, it was around $300, right? And that was America's Best. And I'm not sure what type of doctor I seen, you know, or what kind of person was checking my eyes, or that I was talking to. But yeah, what you got to do is you got to ask for that prescription after your exam. Ask them to write it down, and they can give you that on a piece of paper with all the numbers for each eye. And I don't have that information with me right now. I don't have that sheet with me. And I don't know what is what. You know, I haven't looked at it in a while, and my wife, she's the one that ordered these, so she punched in all the numbers. We have it saved. So you'll get that, and you go on to their website. And another website, I believe we purchased from them before too, is Zenny Optical. I'm not entirely sure if we did, but Eyebuydirect, I believe this is the second time we purchased from them. Second or third. And it's kind of simple. You go on there, you get the information from your prescription, right, from the eye doctor or whatever. You just punch everything in. Man, try to be careful with this. You know, you don't want to make a mistake, obviously. But what's nice about it is that I think, you know, she's not here right now because she figures, like, well, I don't really need to be there. Well, she's cooking right now, so. But for the most part, like, she doesn't like to be around because she's like, you know, we're not even on camera, but she's like camera shy. Like she's shy when she talks and stuff like that. So she don't want to be here. Like she don't want to talk, basically. So she's like, I don't need to be there. You can do it. And we do a lot of different videos. Just to like touch on this a little bit. We do a lot of different videos. So like we get into a lot of different things. Like in our daily lives, we purchase a lot of different things and all sorts of stuff, right? And people they always tell us, you know, why don't you put some of this online? Because sometimes like people aren't familiar with it, or, you know, they might have questions. And yeah, of course, anyone, if you're actually watching this, you might have something in your daily life that you're doing or that you buy that not too many people are familiar with. And even if you're like, well, I really can't say much, you might say something that can help someone decide whether or not that's good for them. So that's why we do what we do. And yeah, obviously we're not like great at it. So, but anyway, I think we paid, but like I said, my wife's not here, so I don't know how much we paid for this, but I think it was around $100, or maybe like 150 if I'm not mistaken. And we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairs of glasses for 150, and they're prescription. 4 of them are prescription. I even got her a pair, and I didn't even need to. And hers was because of the blue light thing. I think they were like $40-something. I think that's just because it's the big thing nowadays. You know, like being able to see clearly isn't popular anymore. It's like the blue light. No, but that's like an additional thing that you can add on any glasses and have, you know, be protected from blue lights and stuff like that. You know, the rays, the blue light rays or whatever the hell it is. That's expensive. I didn't get that on mine. I didn't get the scratch protection, you know, the polycarbonate or whatever the hell it is, the lenses. I remember the last time we went to America's Best. This is this lady, and she's like, all right, you know, it's going to be this much for the glasses, this much for this coating, you know, the night, you need what is it, like reflective, you need you know, it's going to be this much for the polycarbonate, it's going to be and I was like, whoa. I was like, what is all this? Like, I just want the glasses. I just want the glasses. I want the lenses. You know, I don't need like you know, the reflective coating, and I don't need the polycarbonate. I don't need it to be lighter and faster and stronger and whatever the hell it is. And she's like, oh, well, that's what the doctor advised. And I was like, is it required? And she's like, no. And I'm like, well, then I don't want it, because I remember that shit was expensive just for the polycarbonate to make them thinner and all this kind of stuff, because I guess they figure because these are thick, right? You can see them sticking out a little bit. I guess they figure like, oh, how will you ever carry those enormous lenses on your face? You know, it's like, come on. Like, they're not heavy, okay? Even like this, I don't give a shit about that. And as long as they stay in there, I don't care. And yeah, I understand that there are some people with really bad vision that might be like 2 times as thick. Yeah, maybe they're going to be embarrassed and they're going to say, you know what? Yeah, I want that. Okay, fine. I get it. But I don't want that shit. I'm not going to pay $150 or $200 just for that kind of, you know, special edition lens or some shit. So yeah, these were like basic. I think I got the reflective coating or the nighttime visibility. I don't know what the hell you can. That's why I told my wife, that's why you should be there. Because sometimes I'm not involved with shit. And, you know, obviously this video is going to be lacking. But yeah, I don't even know where the hell I was. So yeah, you punch in the information online, and they don't really have a nice selection in my opinion, but it depends on what your style is, right? It's real easy. Just punch it in there. And yeah, it takes a few, I would say like maybe 2. If you ever ordered some shit from China, right? Like on eBay, and you're just like, what the it's exactly the case here. Like, maybe they are coming from China. I don't know. But obviously, I mean, they got to make these, you know, the lenses. They got to cut them for the glasses or whatever. You know, not everyone's prescription is the same, right? So I said, since these are cheap, I'm not a sunglass guy, okay? Sunglasses wearer, okay? When I see someone with sunglasses, okay, I'm here in Chicago, okay? Like, how I grew up is here in Chicago, when we see someone with sunglasses, we're like, douche. You know, like, the fuck do you think you are, Tom Cruise? Some shit like that. That's how it is. That's how it was before, you know, me growing up. So I kind of have that, you know, in me, okay? And nowadays you see a lot of, you know, shitheads walking around with and okay, sorry if this is like offending people, like, you're just wearing sunglasses. What's wrong with wearing sunglasses? I'm sorry, I'm not trying to like talk shit here. But you know, sometimes there's some assholes out there not trying to protect their eyes from the sun or being able to see when they're driving, right? You know what I'm saying? Or the sun is like hurting their eyes. They just want to wear it because they think they fucking look cool. And that was the case before. Before people were hardcore, right? They didn't give a shit. You can't see? Too fucking bad. Stick your head out the fucking window, you know, put your hand over your fucking eye and drive like that. That's it. Your eye. Your eyes. And you drive like that. It doesn't fucking matter, okay? Just deal with the shit. But, you know, like, of course us, we're like, okay, if you wear sunglasses, you're a pansy or something like that. It just wasn't like a thing. Right? When it was a thing for those people who thought it just looked cool, right? That was basically what it was. Yeah. Getting back into it, sunglasses. Sunglasses. These are it. So what's nice about this place is they have different like strengths. They have like, and I don't remember the percentages. Maybe my wife can put it somewhere on the video. I know these are like 50% or 25% or 40%. I really don't even remember. But yeah. You can get different strengths, okay? They have like blue tint, like a red. And that's, I'm continuing this video, and like, I know most people are like, you know what, asshole, click. You're like, next. But yeah, sorry if I'm talking shit. That's just how I am, right? I'm not a sunglass guy, but since these were cheap, and like for me, sunglasses, like, yeah, I want like nice ones. I guess that would look good for me, and I don't think I look good with fucking sunglasses. I'm not that kind of guy. Like, if I put them on, I think I look like a fucking idiot. Like, I guess that's because how I view other people, you know? And it was never about, like, it's to help you see when you're fucking driving. Like, well, my wife brought it up, or my sister sometimes, you know, something like that, you know, in the past. And I never thought about it that way, you know? Until I'm getting older, and I'm, like, really struggling, like, driving, and I can't see shit when it's sunny outside. And I'm just like, man, I need sunglasses. Like, this is a pain in the ass. So I said I'll try, you know, get me 2 regular glasses, just clear lens, and then get me 2 of what do you call it, with tint. So these weren't their darkest that they had available, and I'll just try to give you like a little. I don't, you know what, she set this up over here, then I have a light. I'm not sure if I should use it. There we go. Hey, didn't make a difference. Alright. So, I don't know if you guys can tell. And it's darker when I'm wearing them, obviously, because I'm not this white. But that's the tint on here. And, obviously, these are just clear, right? So you guys can tell. And then, I'm wearing these. Sorry about this. I'm a little phlegmy right now. I got these as well, with a little bit, like a slight yellow. And what I started doing, I wear, like, when I get up, if I have, like, normal hours, because sometimes I go to bed at, like, 8 a.m., right? So, sometimes I go to bed at 5. Hopefully today I get it a little, like, adjusted, like normal hours. When I get up in the day, I'll wear, like, my clear lenses, or if I go out, you know, sometimes just the regular clear lenses. Like, when it gets, like, later into the day, like, when you're looking at, like, maybe around 5, 6 o'clock, I'll start wearing these yellow lenses. And these, like, I kind of seen them, and I'm like, dude, they kind of look dirty. These look like smoker's lenses, you know? Like, someone was just, like, sitting there smoking non-stop, chain smoking, and it just like colored the lenses on their damn glasses. You know, it doesn't look too good, I guess, from the sides. But they actually have darker, like, orange, I believe. These are like, I don't know, like they're a weak percent like of tint. So I'll wear these yellow ones starting at around 5, 6 o'clock. And I know there might be people that know about this and they're going to be like, that doesn't do shit, you know. But this is what I do, okay? When I get into like the evening hours, like right now, in case you guys are wondering, it's 11:40 p.m. I'll switch to these. These are like gray, I guess. Like a light, weak gray. In case you guys are wondering where the glasses are from. I don't know if you can see it. Made in China. And it says right there, Eyebuydirect. In case you guys are wondering. Yeah. And then I switch to these later on in the day. Evening hours, like late hours, I switch to these. And mainly because I'm sitting in front of a, I don't know if it's like close to a 30-inch monitor, then like a 20-inch, then like a 27-inch, and like another 20-inch. I don't know. But there's 4 huge displays in front of my face almost all day, pretty much all day. Then, you know, if I use the phone, right? And then we have a huge, like maybe like a 50-inch screen over here, you know, if we're playing games or something like that, we have it up over there. Now, there's also 3 100-watt equivalent LED bulbs, like, for the room. My thinking was just, like, help my eyes out a little bit, because maybe the brightness, that intensity of that, the light on all these displays and everything like that. I don't know if you guys have it on your phones or on your computers, like a filter, that you can change the brightness. Obviously on laptops and stuff like that, you can change the brightness, right? But there's like some that you could put like a kind of like a red light filter, and it kind of changes like white. And I think on some of the phones, like Samsung and stuff like that, they have it. What do they call it? Eye comfort shield. And it gives it like a brownish, yellow brown kind of like a tinge to like the display. Like the whites aren't bright white anymore. They're like a little on the yellow, brownish kind of side. Instead of doing that or making sure I'm doing that, and like on all the displays, like sometimes it's a pain in the ass. Some don't like change. So I said, you know what, I'm just going to do this. And to be honest with you, these yellow ones, I wear these most of the time. I've gotten to the point where, and I think it's mainly because of the hours I have, but like as soon as I get up, I'm just putting the yellow ones on. You know, I just feel more comfortable with it. I don't know why, it just feels like with all these lights, it feels like my eyes are getting like burnt, you know, like on the inside. So, and all these displays and everything like that. So that I just kind of, these are getting like the clear, regular clear lenses. They're getting like the least amount of use. I mean, I really don't use them. It's basically switching between this and the yellow ones all day. It just, I don't know, it just, for me, I just feel more comfortable with it, you know. And this is coming from, you know, me like wearing like all my life glasses. So now I'm in my, I don't know, 38 years old, something like that. So yeah. What else can I talk about? Well, here are the what are these? The beignets. You can't see it, but I'm not going to do this. And these are kind of nice because they have this kind of, there's a little bit of a spring here, right? So it can kick back a little, like when you're putting them on. I don't like the sides. It's a little too plain for me, but they're pretty nice. They're pretty okay. They had some with like a higher arch here, and I just did not like those. And these have a bit of an arch, and I just don't like it, but it's still not terrible. And the glasses, I would have to say that they're not bad. They're not terrible. They're pretty high quality. Well, put it this way. I mean, you're not going to feel like they're like high quality because you're like, okay, I paid, you know, $30 for them, right? Something like that. And these are the KATIA. And I like the sides. I like the way the sides look. Sorry about that. There's fingerprints and stuff. Earl. But what sucks about these is they don't have a spring. Okay, so if you move them, you're flexing the whole frame. But it's kind of nice that it gets like thicker here and it gets thinner. It goes from thicker to thinner. And then these have more of an arch, which I don't like. I really don't like that. But that's just me. yeah, so out of these, I think the Bennets are nicer. It's nicer because they have more of a straight top, you know, which seems like they're more or less the same, but yeah. You don't notice it as much, maybe because I just have like ridiculous eyebrows, so it kind of like blends. But yeah, I mean, for the price, right, they'll last. I had mine before for years. I mean, I wear them until, I mean, they'll start like corroding, and I don't know if they switch materials. There was one that I had before, and I don't know where I purchased this from, that it was so bad because like a lot of the time, like I sweat a lot, right? I sweat, I work out, and the glasses were turning like green. The metal on the side of the frames were turning green, and I didn't even realize it till one day. I'm like, I have a green spot on my temple. I'm like, what the and I seen it was from the metal, and then it's on my skin, and I'm like, wow. So yeah, these, you know, you get like, especially like, you know, if you're cooking, or like I said, if you're exercising, you know, you're gonna get dust, you're gonna get oil, and then like from your face and stuff like that, you're gonna get oil on these. I wash them in water, and I haven't had with like a little bit of a dish soap, something like that. Haven't had issues yet, but you know, stay tuned for that, because I'm sure it might, you know, pop up later on. So now what I'm going to do is get into this really quick. These are the boxes they come in, and it's just like this. Each one is in a box like this, and they just throw everything into an envelope, and they're just like, good luck. So here you just open it, and you can pull it out like this. That's not what was supposed to happen, but it comes in a little cardboard box like this, real simple like. Okay, and just pull it open. That's it. The glasses are in this little cleaning cloth and pouch. What the I did not know. My wife opened these, so that's a nice touch. I noticed, like, I felt something, and if you know anything about, like, you know, cloths that you'll use to clean like the lenses and stuff like that, they have these like magic cloths or something like that. Yeah, it's a nice feel, and this should work really well for cleaning. But there's paint on here, so I don't know how well it's gonna do, but yeah, it should work to clean your glasses. And they just stuff them in there, which is we should be using this to stop them from getting dusty. And they give you a little for every order placed, Eyebuydirect will donate 1 pair of glasses to a country of your choice. Well, we ordered 5 or some shit like that, so you're welcome. 14-day free returns. Get a one-time replacement or refund within 2 weeks. 365-day guarantee means you'll be eligible. Blah, blah, blah. This is what comes with it. I'm not sure if you guys can read that. There you go. Just in case you guys are like wondering about this, right? Because a lot of people, like me before, I'm like, okay, I'm not even gonna waste my time. But yeah, not bad, I would say, for the price. You know, like back in the day, I don't know if you guys are aware of this, or maybe this is just like a poor people thing, right? People were just like, they got glasses and they wore them for years. They would never go back. And when I say like, I know a lot of people are gonna be like, well, this guy's just talking shit the entire video. Like, that's not it. I mean, I never knew back in the day, and I wouldn't say that our family was rich. I wouldn't say that we were poor, you know. So we didn't know that you had to like always. You know, this is like the thing. They're like, every place is gonna tell you need to come back, because of course they're like, you know, give me some more fucking money. So, you know, we didn't know you had to check your eyes, like, you know, so often. We would go like every like 10 years or some shit like that, or 15 years, right? So that was just like a thing. You would wear them until like you're like, okay, I can't see shit anymore. You know, like, especially if your eyes are just getting worse and worse, right? So you go back when you're just like, okay, I'm having, like, these aren't cutting it anymore. It's like I'm straining again. You know, my eyes are, you know, getting strained. So it's something like this. You go in, and I mean, yeah, with how things are nowadays, like the what is it called? What is it called? The economy and all that kind of stuff. Like, when you go in for your exam, you might be looking at, like, okay, I don't know, close to $100. But even so, it's like, look, for 5 pairs, we paid around $150. We just got this like not even 2 months ago, maybe. You know, my wife ordered these from me. Like, I'm so grateful she decided to do this. Like, I mean, I'm loving these because, like I said, my eyes, like, I've always been attached to screens, like, you know, computer screens. I'm glued to them, and the phones, and it's just, I don't know. I just feel these aren't blue light, you know, lenses or anything, but I just feel like more comfortable. Put it that way. I feel like my eyes are getting a little bit of a rest, but, you know, someone that knows about this will be like, you know what, that's just your imagination. That ain't doing shit. I don't know. So, yeah, 150, 5 pairs. And then, okay, you're paying, let's just say you're paying $100 for the eye exam. So you're paying $250 altogether. It's less, I mean, far less than I've paid going. And even when I'm trying not to get carried away when I go and get glasses, you know, I think last time that it was like over $400, I had like Ray-Ban frames, and I mean, it's just like I said, like, you go for those, and it's like they do this deliberately. All the ones that they're like, oh yeah, you can get 2 pairs for like, you know, $50, or like, you know, whatever their deals are, right? It's like the ugliest shit. Even people are like, oh, it's like retro, it's like that's the style nowadays. No, it's not. They're fucking ugly. Like, they are like the ugliest fucking glasses that they could find, and they're like, yeah, we're awesome, we're giving you deals. No one else gives you these deals. And it's just like, you're giving me shit. That's what you're giving me. And then, like, when you bump up, and when you go up to like the next level and they look pretty decent, they're like, before it was like 2 pairs for like, I don't know what it was, like $80. And then they're like, okay, if you want those on the next tier, it's like $80 each. They're just, what the fuck? Like, what happened? Like, there's no deal for this shit? And then it just goes up from there. And I mean, they're expensive as hell. So, and then, like, once you lose that deal, and then you lose everything else, and then they're like, well, you're not getting a free eye exam either. It's just like, what the like, it really like ruins your day. And you walk out of there paying, you know, close to $400, paying over $400, whatever. And I mean, the past few times that I've went, yeah, that's how it's been. So for me, hey, if I get an eye exam, $80, $100, whatever it is, I'm still walking out like, hey, on top of the world, because I know damn well I can go and pick up glasses for, you know, around $40. And if I'm short on money, yeah, I'm just gonna get one, and I'm gonna be like, hey, I can see. so that was it. Like, my favorite pair of glasses, I just threw them away. Like, I don't know why I kept them around for a while, but it's like I picked them up, and I just picked them up and like opened it, like, because they were folded, and I just opened it, and then like the what the hell is this called? The eyeglass thing over there. I don't know what it is. But yeah, that shit just came off. I'm like, okay, this sucks. And that was like my wife's favorite pair. And then I had to wear these other glasses that had like a crack in the lens, and which I had two. I had 2 different pairs. But I was wearing those around the house because the other one looked better. And she's like, yeah, the ones you're wearing, like, I don't like them. So she ended up like doing this for me, and which I'm grateful. But yeah, I mean, if you're thinking like, hey, I don't know if I can trust these companies, or I don't know if they're going to do a good job. Like I said, we've ordered from these guys 2 or 3 times already. And we've even tried Zenni Optical, Zenni. And I don't remember Zenni Optical because it's been so long already. But these guys, you know, obviously we just purchased from them, and everything's great. I have 0 complaints. One thing I did notice, though, is on the edges here, sometimes, like, when I'm like looking around, like, I can see out of my peripheral. It seems like on some of them, maybe not on all of them, but you can see like your vision starts to get like blurry. It's like, maybe it's the lens and how they make it, I don't know, but you can see it starts getting like a funhouse mirror and shit. Like, it starts like, everything starts getting like a little contorted and shit like that. So I think it's just something you got to get used to and just ignore it, you know, whatever. So it's not a lot. I don't want you to think like, oh, I got to stare directly in this little spot here in the center in order to see stuff clearly. No. And like I said, I know even $40 for some people, they're going to be like, what the hell, that's expensive. And you know what? If you recently got your eye exam, let's just say maybe 2 years ago, I don't know. And don't take my advice on anything here. Okay. I'm not a damn professional. Obviously I'm not a damn professional. So use some, you can call wherever you went for your eye exam and have them give you that prescription. And I think I did that once. I went in there and I'm just like, I need my prescription, and they gave it to me. So, hey, you can try it if you have $40. And I know people are going to say like, shit, that $40, like, I need that money. It's just like, I understand, like, sometimes like shit's tight, but for me, it's better than paying, $80 or more over there. And then you have these salespeople like trying to, oh, you need this, you need that, you need all this kind of. It's like, no, it's like they're just there. They don't need all those additional people around and shit. They're just there to try to talk you into like getting more expensive lenses, to getting the more expensive frames, to getting like, I don't know, a fucking case for the glasses. But yeah, I mean, my experience is I'm not picky. I am picky, but I'm gonna say like these are more than enough. I mean, they're great, and we will update. Like I said, if they fall apart, if they start getting corroded, like in the hinges here or something like that. I feel like there's a name for this shit, for that. I feel like there's a name, like a word for that, and I feel like it's a very like I should know that word, and I knew it before, and all of a sudden I forgot what that is, and it's bothering me. I'm like, why don't I know that? But whatever, if anything happens here, we'll update the video. But again, we've purchased many times, and I'm happy with them. I explained already, what I'm doing with the different like shades or tints. Pretty nice, and they have different types of lenses too. Like I told you, like you can put the blue light thing on there. You can put like for being able to see at night, or anti-glare and polycarbonate and all this kind of stuff. They have all these different add-ons, features, or whatever the hell it is. So it's kind of nice. But yeah, in my opinion, they are cheap. But it's like you get what you pay for, man. I mean, decent glasses at like America's Best or something, you're paying around $100 for them. And then these are like 40 or something like that. It's just like, I mean, I didn't get all the whistles and bells and whistles on this damn thing, right? Right. I didn't get all the different types of like the polycarbonate. I didn't get all that kind of stuff. I think I got that I can maybe see better at night. That was about it. I would say more or less like the bare minimum. And like I'm happy with them. So, yep, this is just maybe answer a few questions if you guys are curious on an experience like this, like purchasing from these guys. It ain't bad at all. It does take a while, like, to receive them. Like I said, it takes a few weeks, a couple weeks, something like that, a few weeks. But it's great. It's an easy process online. So, yep, that's the video. And I'll see if my wife can work her magic to shorten this up, because we are hitting 1 hour already, and half of this was just me talking shit. So sorry about that. If I did offend anybody, sorry. Get over it. Get over yourself. All right. It's like no, it's like don't take shit serious, right? Like what the fuck, Like, just let the shit go. I'm just gonna have my wife like fast forward through me talking shit. Sorry if I like pissed anybody off or offended. It's just my opinions. Like, well, nowadays, like, no one's allowed to have a fucking opinion, right? It's just my thought, my view. It's just how it is. I'm not gonna sugarcoat shit. I'm not gonna kiss anyone's ass. It's just what I feel, what I think, and it could be wrong for most people. But anyway, and I don't mind. I don't mind being wrong. I'm not right about fucking everything, right? Whatever. We do a lot of other videos. We do a lot of other videos. Very, very rough videos. So if you're into this kind of stuff, great. If you want to watch more, awesome. Thanks if you did watch. Take care. God bless.